TP7 The Onyxbane Martyr, Episode 7 in Tyranny in Purple. Got Gaston, Fargrim, and Zen. Okay, so anything you want to talk about before we jump into it? We have gotten to the dwarven enclave. These are the name of this. I don't know. I guess you'd call it a subrace or state. Are the Onyxbane or dwarves, and we've had a few days with them, recovering from the trek down. Is there anything we want to do with those days? Any sort of long-term preparation or something like that we want to engage in? It's a good-sized village. This it's named Virber is the name of their central town. It was.
So we made it to the village?
Yes. Yeah, that's where we ended last time. Was we get to Virber and spend a few days recovering. Virber is a huge cavern, and there's a lava flow that goes through it. There are no more precious minerals or gems, but just the lava flow is a big enough resource that the dwarves have constructed in sort of a mine or an armory around it. And they have weapon smiths and armorers and all sorts of things who exploit that naturally occurring vent, the way dwarves are apt to do. The leader of it is named Thane Gurfad. It's a weird name. I should have chosen an easier name. I use a name generator, and so sometimes it's kind of weird. His name is Thane. I'll put it in chat for us. Okay, we have no new players to introduce, so I guess we will jump right into it. We are taking our morning meal. We've been here about 4 days. We are fully recovered from the trek down. The noble that we escorted down has been negotiating with Thane Gurfad on our behalf. There is some resistance. So within the dwarven culture, there is a core who are referred to as the Hammers of Moradin. And they are like the most dwarvish of the dwarves, right? And to that end, they tend to be isolationists. And they are not sure that they want to begin becoming engaged in an exploit beyond the Cavern Realm. And they are they're a small number, but they're very influential. So as we finish breakfast, a dwarf in common clothes approaches, and while his clothes bespeak that of a common miner or craftsman, there is a jeweled ring on his finger that is out of place. And he says, "Yes, in Virber, things are not always as they seem. Subtle plots of great consequence often circulate unseen. I am Voliak Stormhead, and I fix problems for the Thane. The problem the Thane has at this moment is that he favors your cause, but the Hammers are opposed to it. And one of the influential members of the Hammers, who was favorable towards us, has gone missing. He was last seen on an expedition to negotiate with the same Durgar that you encountered on the way down for some sort of trade situation that would be favorable to the Hammers. And he was scheduled to be back a couple of days ago, and he has not returned. So if this gets out, it would be a very bad thing for our cause, because it is well known now that we have negotiated with the Durgar for a trade agreement, and the absence, or if something tragic has come to Nardiat, that's his name, it would be a very bad thing for for our cause. So we would ask that you try to find Nardak and do it as quietly as possible.
Okay. You're always causing problems. Can't keep your own people in line?
Well, I don't know what you mean by in line. I mean, the Hammers of Moradin are, absolutely dedicated to dwarf culture and the protection of the dwarven community. They tend to be a little overly zealous at times and a little they are unwilling to move forward and evolve the way that cultures must do. Right? They would still have us living in isolated enclaves, each group and race fighting for their own territories rather than trying to work together to better everyone's position. They would have us 1,000 years from now fighting the same wars against the Drow and the Duergar that we were fighting 1,000 years ago. But that doesn't mean that they are, traitorous, or that just means that they're very traditional, very rigid in their thinking.
Whatever.
I can describe the route that Nardat was supposed to have taken to get to the nearest Duergar outpost and back. You might be able to
go ahead.
Right, so that would be the thing to do. Would be to begin by making that route, maybe talking to the Duergar and asking if they have any information on what could have happened to him.
Do we think the Duergar killed him? Betrayed him?
The Hammers have already begun to make that insinuation. If that is true, in order to rehabilitate our position and get cooperation and exposition to the surface, we would probably have to first remove the Duergar from the situation, which could be a messy thing. Maybe he's, succumbed to something completely unrelated to the Duergar, and we can exculpate the Duergar, which would be what we would prefer. We don't want to cover up the truth. If the Duergar are the ones who are involved, we want to be sure that we can trust those who are supposed to be our allies, and we want that exposed. But if it's not, if it wasn't the Duergar, we would want to know that too. Right? We don't want to eliminate them as an ally if they have been faithful to their pledge.
I guess it all matters how lucky I am.
So does anybody have a better idea for finding Nardak other than just trying to find the route he took between the Duergar camp and Verber?
You got any dogs or anything that can smell?
Yeah, they have mastiffs. They could loan a bloodhound to your cause, sure.
That might be useful.
Anything else?
Is there any rogues that live in the community that maybe live on the outskirts of town? May have seen him.
Well, yeah, he was definitely seen leaving Verber towards the Duergar encampment. Yeah, that occurred 5 days ago. It should have been a day out, a day maybe two to negotiate with them, and then a day back. So he should have been, even if he had a distraction of a day for some unknown reason, he should have been back by the end of the day yesterday and didn't arrive. But he was definitely seen leaving Verber, heading towards the the Durgar with a small complement of guards who are escorting him for safety.
I can't think of anything I can do to locate him.
There's always just go out and explore, see if we can't find him. We'll have a bloodhound with us, sure.
How do we know these hammer people didn't just try to kill him?
Well, then that would be something we would want revealed too. Yeah, we would want that. That would be very uncharacteristic of Hammers of Moradin. They've never in the history of the Dwarven people directly attacked a dwarf who wasn't already found guilty of treason in some way. So the idea that they would attack one of their own hammers would be very extraordinary. But if that has occurred, right, if there is some corruption or just something that has disrupted them in a way that makes them a threat, that would definitely be a bad thing we would want to know about.
Okay. Time to go? It was too.
So, anything else we want to do? So we've verified that he left along the way he was supposed to go, hasn't returned, and we have a bloodhound to help us search. Anything else we want to do before we go heading towards the Durgar outpost he was supposed to have gone to negotiate with?
Can we ask him for a map?
Yeah. The maps are very crude, but they are sufficient so that you won't get lost. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to remember. What other classes are you two?
I'm a barbarian.
Huh? Okay then.
Matt is like a warlock?
Wizard.
Wizard?
Wizard, okay.
Okay. They will. The Thane will also get each of us a potion of greater healing, just in case something comes up out of his own store.
Each of us?
Yeah, each of us gets a. Is there anyone who has Revivify on their spell list?
When we level, I can get it, but
do paladins get it?
Paladins get it.
Oh wait, no. I have it on my spell list.
Okay, because he has a scroll of Revivify. If you can't cast it yet, then you'll have to make a caster level check to activate it if it comes up. But at least it'll be there.
I have it, but I don't have any diamond dust or diamonds.
Well, he has a scroll.
Okay.
He has it on a scroll, so that if you have the, what level or caster are you?
7.
Oh, so yeah, so you
6.
You
but yeah, I can cast.
Yeah, so you could use the scroll then. Yeah. Okay, so with that in mind, away we will go. Okay, so you follow the crude map and description of Narduth's path according to Valiak's description without incident. The Cavern Realm is a series of tunnels, probably created by tectonic activity and then augmented some with erosion. So you have a network of tunnels that occasionally open up into some larger caverns. The tunnels vary from a few feet across to as wide as 15 feet. And the chambers vary in size from just a closet to like a cathedral-sized chamber in some places. And we enter a area where there are some decaying bodies, and our mastiff goes crazy. He definitely identifies Nardak's scent here. And there are 4 decomposing bodies. They look like they have been, but so it's only been 5 days since Nardak left. These, though, they look like, from standing from the edge of the chamber, like they have been decomposing for weeks at least. Right? You would expect them to be, pretty clean or pretty full corpses at this point, but they show a lot of decay for have been dead at most 4 days.
Which one is it? To the dog.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
Which one is he?
Which one is who?
He's wondering which one is the dwarf.
Okay, so we go into examine, and that's going to push into... Say again?
I was going to start shooting everything with firebolts. We went in.
Why would you do that?
Because we're in the Underdark, and nasty shit that lives down here. And we just got jumped by a room full of rugs the other day. So I think I would be... There's a room full of dead things. I'm shooting all the walls. Hopefully something comes alive. If not, then maybe go in.
Okay, so we're not going to go into the chamber. So here, let me get us on the right way.
Make sure, though there's nothing around, it's going to jump us first, but we'll go in after we clear the walls with some spells, maybe.
Yeah, you can,
somewhat annoyingly.
You can shoot as much as you want to. Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to go into investigate. The bodies are out here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we get close to the bodies, and
surprise, perform.
Yeah, we and what appeared to be just radiant moisture, or ambient moisture, rises up and attacks us. Then we'll go into initiative. Okay. How does an ooze end up going first? Okay, so it comes rolling over, attacks Gaston. 21 to Gaston for 14 points of bludgeoning and 2 points of acid. It's going to go either way. This one also.
16, 18. I cast shield.
Okay. So it's going to miss then?
Yeah.
And then 7 is going to miss as well. And it is Fargrim's turn.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action rage. Move here. And then I'm going to attack the guy beside me.
15 hits. So we get anything else from Fargrim?
Nope.
Okay. Barton, your Warhammer suffers some damage from acid on it splashes up on it. It's not magical, right? It's not a magic Warhammer, right?
Yeah. Which one? Because I have two.
Whichever one you're hitting him with. Yeah.
Well, I'm hitting him with both. Actually, no, never mind. I used my bonus action, so.
So it will have a -1 to hit until it is repaired, and it is Zen's turn.
One second, looking at spells. Really don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on these two.
Okay. What's the DC?
Let's see, 14.
14.
Dex.
Okay, they are both aglow. What color fairy fire are you going to wrap them in?
Purple. Violet.
Anything else from Zen?
Okay. We'll just stay right there.
Gaston's turn.
Let's see. Nature Arcana. But would I know if the oozes would have the same effect to a silver weapon as I just saw on his weapon, as making it all crappy?
The silver itself would not affect it. It would have to be a magic weapon before it would be immune to the corrosion that the acid does.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to hit that one to the bottom right. I'm gonna find it all this shit. Oh wow.
Okay.
And then the bouncing to the other one. And then I guess that's doubled as well because it's a crit.
Why is your short sword doing 2d6?
Sneak attack.
Oh, so the sneak attack is built in there.
Yeah, the SA.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're sneak attacking this one.
I have advantage. He's glowing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Good. Yeah, that's right. Good. That's good. Okay, so, and then this one's going to take 10. What?
I don't know how that works.
It doesn't double. The bounce doesn't double.
Okay, so it's just the 10.
Okay, that was fine. And then we got 22, 32. Okay, they're both looking pretty bad there. We've got puddles of ooze coming off of them.
Puddles of ooze coming off the puddles of ooze.
All right. This one simmers over and attacks Zen. 19 to hit Zen.
That's a miss.
Okay. So back to the top. Right, so this one's going to hit try to hit Gaston. Going to attack Gaston. 16. I think that misses Gaston.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So high. Right. The second one is also going to attack Gaston. 12, I believe. This is Fargrim's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this one again.
You're going to use the Warhammer that's already damaged, or are you going to switch to a different Warhammer?
Well, because I'm dual wielding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attack twice with my good one, and then once.
Both of those are going to hit, yeah.
Does 10?
The 10 does as well, yes. Mm-hmm. Right, so this one splatters on the first hit. If you want to move and attack something else with the second and third hit.
I'll move down to this one.
Okay. And the second hit's going to eliminate him. Let's see. Okay, and then the offhand. Right, so now they both have -1 to hit.
-1.
Zin's turn.
I'm gonna pull out my foil because I don't give a shit about my foil. I'm gonna Bone Blade. Damage is probably different, or the type of damage is probably different, but I already have the macro, so. Wait, that's the wrong one. That one.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
It's probably bludgeoning. What's a foil? Fuck, I don't know.
And then if it moves, it takes 3 thunder. Is that one of those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gaston's turn.
No, it takes that 3 thunder already. If it moves, it takes some other damage.
Got it. And then your flail is damaged by the acid.
Oh, the flail that I don't give a shit about. Okay.
Gaston's turn.
Okay.
Crits him for 35. Oh, that's nice. And he's going to be splattered all over the place. Does anyone have the mending cantrip? Because mending can fix those weapons that are damaged. All right.
Let me check. Nope.
All right. So there are scenes of battle, and these are dwarves, and they match. So the livery is heavily damaged from the ooze's acid, but it's still recognizable as the Thane's livery. So these are apparently the dwarves who were escorting the hammer, but he is not here. He is missing. So we can start looking for him. That would typically be survival or investigation. But if you have a different way, you could do something different.
Can I check these dwarves' items and see what they have on them?
There's nothing of value left. Only some broken weapons and damaged armor. Yep.
So I'm thinking that it seems like someone else came and killed them.
It's definitely signs of battle, not signs of that they were killed by these oozes. These oozes are probably just scavengers who came along after the deed was done. But there are actual weapon damages that is done to them.
Does it seem like they're coming to or coming from?
That would be what we're going to try to figure out. So typically that would be survival or investigation, but you may have some other way to discern the direction.
I have +5 to survival.
I have investigation.
I don't got either of them. Have fun, guys.
All right, so we could either make a group check, or whoever has the best one could make one roll with advantage.
What's your investigation?
I have +7 plus my guidance.
I'll just let you do it then with advantage.
I'll just sit back looking cool. 13.
All right, so we spend about an hour and realize we are kind of going in circles. And as we are doing that, we stumble upon some areas of violet fungi. So, let's see. There are three of us. First one is going to attack Gaston. I got 2 attacks, a 20 and a 23. Do either of those hit Gaston?
They both do.
All right, so you take 6 points of necrotic damage. And the next target is attacking Zen. We got all 4, so we got a 21, a 13, a 21, and an 18. Do any of those hit Zen?
I just cast shield.
Okay, you can cast shield. Mm-hmm. And then the third one is again attacking Gaston. We've got 3 attacks, 18, 13, and 13. Do any of those hit Gaston?
As they pissed me off the last time, I'll cast shield.
Okay. And so we don't really find any useful signs in our first hour of looking around. We're going to try the same thing again, just discount that to bad luck and keep investigating, or do we want to try a different strategy?
Well, I got the dog, so can I get the dog to smell and shit?
The dog would not be as good as the PCs. He's only a +2 to survive.
Okay.
I think we just
The
have
dog's a backup if we roll the shitty, okay?
Okay. All right, so let's try that investigation again then. Let's see if we can't get better than a 4. And then your guidance. All right, so yeah, we made some progress this time. Looks like so there are some definite footprints that we discover, but footprints is not the right word. It's more like there are some drag marks, like something was that did not necessarily have feet was dragging something along one of these tunnels. And that's going to bring us to another round of violent fungi. And all 3 of them are attacking Zim. So we got. So the first one misses. He has 3 1s. And the second one, 9, 9, and 10. I believe all those miss. And the third one is an 11, and I believe that misses. So let's. Right, so make another investigation check. See if we can't get further along in this dangerous area. Oh no, no progress. Yeah, 12 is not good. So everybody gets a violent fungus this time. So against Fargrim,
you get a fungus. You get a fungus. You'll get a fungus.
2 attacks, 16 and 8. I don't know if a 16 hits.
Miss.
Okay.
Nope.
And against Zen, got 3 attacks, an 18, a 12, and a 24.
I'll just take that 24.
Okay, it's going to be 7. And then against Gaston, we got all 4 attacks. We got a 16, a 17, a 22, and a 25.
I'll take them.
Okay. And, right, so we got, we didn't make any progress that time. In fact, it seems like we might be just going in the wrong direction after that one. But we can keep going. Those are just very, very bad die rolls. Yeah, a 1 and a 3.
D10, K1. 28.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Because fuck that sheep.
So actually, yeah. So we break out of this area of fungus that, in fact, it looks like someone, as we reach the edges, has kind of cleared a trail among the fungus. And while the tunnel continues, this trail of dragging that we've been following, it ends in a small alcove which contains a locked iron trap door.
Okay. And the drag marks lead to that?
Yes.
It's a locked door.
Yeah, there's a locked trap door in an alcove off of one of the tunnels.
Anybody good at locks?
I mean, I could just break it down.
No.
Not a sword.
I'll poke at it for a second. 25.
All right, so yeah, you force it open, or you open it. Yeah. You
Gotta
pick the
have
lock.
one.
You're gonna.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So below is a dark room. Do we have dark vision amongst us?
I do.
120.
Okay. So looking down, you see the chamber the trapdoor opens into is comfortably furnished and a richly decorated sitting room. There are furniture pits, tables with comfortable chairs, rugs, ornaments of various kinds, including armor and weaponry. Looks like someone who is quite well off lives here.
By looking here, can I tell what kind of creature would be living here? Or?
Could be a humanoid, right? Like it's outfitted for some sort of humanoid.
Well, yeah, but it's like, does it have like big chairs or like more urban chairs?
No,
Or?
medium size, yeah, normal size stuff.
Before we go down,
The ceiling is 15 feet high, so you know.
Send my weasel down.
Okay.
See if she. Oh, she doesn't have dark vision. Oh, hopefully she doesn't break anything. And go around and see if she can see anything.
So these two doors are locked. So the only thing she gets to is what you can see from where you're at.
While he's doing this, I'd like to just search around for any kind of things.
Okay.
I guess investigation and see if there's any traps or anything hidden in the room.
You're going to have to enter the room to do that. I mean, you can't stand outside in the tunnel and investigate.
I look at Fargrim and I ask him if he could hold me up. Never mind, we're in the room.
Okay. So we get in, we start looking around, and 4 of the suits of ornamental armor spring into action as we reach the threshold where it decides, yeah, we've got to do something about these interlopers. Okay.
Initiative?
Yeah. Right, so Fargrim, these 4 pieces of armor begin to move as we are investigating them.
Well, I guess I'm gonna bonus action rage, and then I'm gonna move to the closest one. And sorry, yeah. The 11 misses, right?
Yes, 11 misses. Yep.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing, so it's this -1, so it's a.
Okay. The armor is armor class 18, is what we're looking for. Okay,
Okay, so my first one hits.
Yeah. Okay, so why do we have 4?
Because I rolled the wrong one. The 23 is the wrong one.
Oh, so the 23 doesn't count. All right.
Yeah.
So the only one we have is the first one. I got you. Okay. It takes 10 points. Doesn't seem to have any resistances or anything. Just a big suit of armor. Okay, so this one will amble over and attack Fargrim. So 12 will miss, and then it crits for 6.
Attacking Fargrim or Zen?
Zen. Did I say Fargrim? I meant Zen. I'm sorry.
Said Fargrim.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said critted me.
Yeah, it crits Zen.
So that's 6 damage.
For 6 bludgeoning. This one will amble over and attack Gaston. 15 and a 17 to hit Gaston.
AC 18.
Right. And okay, and then at this, as the second one goes, 2 ropes. One of them coils up from the floor and tries to grab Fargrim. I need a DC 15 dexterity saving throw from Fargrim.
One second. I think I have something. Is this a grapple or something like that?
No, it's a magic effect. It's Rope of Entanglement, and the other one is going to do the same thing to Gaston.
Yeah, but would this grapple pusher like restrain me? Because I got double my proficiency.
Yeah, if you fail, you would be restrained. Same thing for Gaston. The other one is trying to grapple, trying to restrain Gaston.
So it should be a
yeah, it's a 15.
18.
Yeah, you succeed. But Gaston is restrained. And it is Gaston's turn. It's a DC 15 athletics or acrobatics check to escape the rope of entanglement. Gaston.
Oh.
Or you could also attack the rope of entanglement and destroy it.
Let's do that. $16 for 6.
Okay, the rope starts to sizzle a little bit, but it is still intact at this time.
15.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. A 16 does not hit the rope. Let me see. Its armor class is 20. I thought it was a 10 for some reason, but its armor class is 20. So yeah, so those are all going to miss. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else from Gaston?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can go to anyone. He is coming after Fargrim. Ambles over and attacks Fargrim. 23 and a 20 to hit Fargrim. Okay.
First hit. So far.
And then this bear rug leaps up and tries to wrap itself around Fargrim. It's a 19 hit Fargrim.
Yeah.
Okay. Fargrim is grappled by the rug, and while grappled, restrained. And it will be Zen's turn.
Okay. Let me read this, make sure that I'm not bullshitting here. Creature, yeah, it counts as a creature, okay. I will use Compelled Duel on this guy.
Okay. So it's a wisdom save. It's just
DC 14.
14. Alright, so he is compelled.
Yay, okay, and I'm going to cast Darkness with my Eyes of Dark using a sorcery point.
Okay. Anything else from Zen?
Wait, let me... No, never mind. I don't do that. That's concentration. I'm going to attack this guy then.
Okay.
Did something stupid. Let me see here. Are you Spinning Blade? Wait, let me see. How far is this guy from? Yeah, he's too far. He's too far. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to check this guy.
That's going to hit.
For 13 damage.
Okay. Alright, so this one's going to attack the restrained Fargrim. 19
Has disadvantage.
19 and a 20 to hit Fargrim.
Yep.
That's disadvantage.
No.
Well,
Fargrim
actually,
is restrained. They have advantage against Fargrim.
So that would be...
This guy is attacking the restrained Fargrim.
Oh, I thought you meant Gaston. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right. It is Fargrim's turn.
Okay. I am going to escape.
Okay.
So that is athletics.
All right. So first, you take 13 points of bludgeoning at the beginning of your turn, and then to escape the rug of smothering. The rug is. It can be athletics or acrobatics. It's just a standard grapple escape. Yeah. All right. So you are no longer restrained.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack the rug.
Bonus action from what?
My dual wielding.
Dual wielding, you have to use your.
Oh, you have to attack. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. All right. So this one is going to attack Zen. I believe a 5 and a 12 misses. This one will provoke from Gaston if he wants to.
No.
Okay. He'll come over and attack Zen. 15 and 16, I believe those both miss. Then the Rope of Entanglement is going to try to grab Fargrim again. It's still over here. So a DC 15 Dexterity save, which I think you add twice your proficiency to. So that's going to
Yeah, that's 17.
17. All right. And then
Or 16, I mean.
Yep. And then it will be Gaston's turn.
Well,
You have Misty Step by any chance?
if I AoE'd myself, does the rope take the damage as well?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an unattended magic item. Unattended item.
I look at Fargrim and I say, I am very sorry about this. And I drop a fireball right on my forehead.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
And then I cast resistance because I am not that stupid.
Oh, you mean absorb elements? Yeah.
Yeah, so it hits the 3 suits, my rope, his rope, and the bear.
and me.
Yep, and you.
Yeah. So you hit the 3 armor,
And I fail.
3 armors, the rope, and the.
Well, that chunks me.
Okay,
Oh,
so that's
you
going
had
to go to
half.
compel duel.
Don't you have resistance to that?
No.
Oh shit, I thought you had resistance.
We're just good to.
It's fire damage.
15, 7.
Well, we're going to give you inspiration for that, Gaston.
I didn't say anything else I could fucking do. That's an action. Am I out of the rope?
Let me roll for the rope here. What is the DC on your fireball?
15.
15.
So the rope is not quite done yet. It's pretty frazzled, but it only took half the damage. 30.
All that effort.
Okay.
This one takes the full 33. They made good saving throws. You said a 16, right?
15.
Or a 15. Oh, okay. Okay. What is this? Let me see. All right, so actually this one collapses into a molten heap. And what's the rug? Where's the rug? Yep, the rug made it through. All right. So one of them goes down, and they're all very damaged at that point. Anything else from Gaston?
Nope.
Oh wait, there's another rope there too. Okay. So the rug is going to try to grab Fargrim again, but I believe an 8 misses. Zen's turn.
Animated armor don't have eyes, so I'm thinking blindness wouldn't hurt them, right?
That's correct. Yeah. They have blind.
Okay, I don't want to do some bullshit. Okay, then I will.
Yeah. So, what is your passive investigation?
17.
Okay.
I'm just gonna green flame blade here. The left one.
Okay.
Ooh. Never mind.
Okay. Alright, so this one's going to attack Fargrim. 19 and a 20 to hit Fargrim.
Hit.
It is Fargrim's turn.
I'm going to attack the rug.
So we crit the rug. Then the 10s are going to miss.
Okay.
Rug is looking very frazzled right now.
So this is -1, so it's 15.
Yeah, 15 hits. All right, so the rug is destroyed. And anything else from Fargrim?
Nope.
Okay. Animated armor is going to attack Zen. 16 and an 18.
Yes.
Okay. Animated armor is going to attack Zen. 16 and 18.
Yes.
Then the one free rope is going to try to grapple or entangle Fargrim, so I need a DC 15 dexterity save. Okay, and it is Gaston's turn. Rope is taking a lot of damage, but it still got you wrapped up.
Man, you got him on the ropes.
I will. This is at the armor next to Varkrin.
Okay.
And then these are this is on Fargrim. Oh, should have upcast now. Take that 3 HP.
Zin's turn.
What
And
wizard are you?
I'm a thaumaturgist.
Yeah, he's a mystic.
Oh,
Surge.
okay. I'm like, how did you seal that? I'm confused.
And then my weasel's going to run up on Fargrim and help him try to keep the rope off of him.
Okay.
Man, green flame blade again. Hold that up, feels bad. I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, crit's always good. All right, these guys don't take extra damage from the crit, though, just so you know.
And this other guy is getting hit by 10 damage.
Another 10 to the other guy. Okay. All right, so the one is heavily damaged. Anything else from Zen?
I attacked the left one.
Oh. Okay. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
He's still going to be...
Oh, the other guy is it? Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, they both are. Yeah. Yeah, they're both bloody.
I don't really have any bonus actions besides just using that, so no, I'm fine.
Okay. 14 and a 21 to hit Fargrim.
21.
And it is Fargrim's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna attack it.
You're looking for an 18 to hit this guy, so the 20 hits. And he is bloodied now. Anything else from Fargrim?
Nope.
Okay, so we got armor against Zen. 21 and an 8.
That's just 4 damage. I'll take it.
And a 14 and 14 both miss Zen, and then a dexterity saving throw from Fargrim as the rope of entanglement continues. You have advantage from the weasel. Right.
+3.
And it is Zen's turn.
My turn.
Did I miss someone? Gaston's turn. I apologize.
I'm just trying to jump ahead of you, man.
I'll shoot this one with the bolt,
Okay.
and then the weasel will help Fargrim hit that thing.
Okay. It is Zen's turn.
Now it's finally my turn. I was waiting so long. Flame blade. Oh, that one's dead. Okay, never mind. I didn't notice it killed that one. Moving blade, this guy, I guess.
Okay.
Nope, never mind. It's all embarrassing for him.
Okay, he's actually going to attack the weasel. 17 to hit the weasel.
Pretty sure that hits.
And 5 will miss. Right, so weasel takes 8. I think that he probably poofs back into the Feywild or the whatever type he is at that point. Fargrim, you have advantage on your attack. Yes. So 24 hits. So he actually goes down on the first hit if you want to move and use those across the room there. 13 takes him down. And then the 12 is going to take him down. And we are out of initiative, although we still have these 2 heavily damaged ropes of entanglement flailing around. But once the initiative comes down, Gaston recognizes that there is a very faint glyph inscribed in the floor here in the center of the room.
Can I read it?
It's a spell glyph. As to what it contains, you would have to take some time to investigate that, but you may want to do something immediately rather than waiting until you are unrestrained by the ropes. So is anybody going to do anything about the spell glyph in the middle of the room, or are we going to try to get out of the ropes first?
I don't have this spell, so I would have to get out of the ropes first.
Okay, then I will need a dexterity saving throw from everybody. It's a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, as this one releases a fireball. It's also going to destroy the ropes. But
I mean, since I know it's there, can I counterspell? No, I don't have counterspell. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't counterspell a spell glyph either.
Why don't I have spell counterspell?
We're going to take 10 or 20 or 10. This is DC 13 dexterity save.
It just leaves a glyph fireball in their room.
Apparently someone who can use spell glyphs And
Why
then
did that go off earlier?
it doesn't go off until the last of the animated objects are destroyed. Okay, so I think we're going to need to climb back up the trapdoor and shut it and take a short rest, right?
Yeah.
Unless someone has a better idea.
I was looking good to that fireball.
Yeah, I didn't know if anyone had Dispel Magic on them or not. I didn't know.
Nope. You guys can split that between you until you get to half HP.
How much do you need to get to half?
I need.
Do you not have a Blessed Healer as part of that as well? Do you just get the Channel Divinity? You don't get the other domain benefits?
No, that doesn't get the healing on other people. I think I would get the healing on me, but I don't get that till later. And I don't even have
I just need, like, does it round up, or? Yeah, normally always rounds. No, it rounds down, doesn't it?
The first level domain ability of Life Cleric is Blessed
I don't
Healer.
I don't get that till next level.
That's weird.
Because I have the two other classes. I get the first level domain.
Or, I'm sorry.
ability.
I was thinking about a Blessed or Disciple of Life, not Blessed Healer. Yeah, but you don't have a Disciple of Life yet.
I can take like 5 or 6 of it yet so far.
Yeah.
Of that hill.
Okay, so you're gonna take 5 or 6 because I could take it all and still be not even close to half.
Because I can really enhance myself.
Remember, you each have a potion of greater healing as well.
Yeah.
I just did that because I get it back at the end of the short rest. So it's less hit dice.
So just tell me how much you need to get to half, and I'll take the rest.
I just need like 5 or 6 myself.
5 or 6, which one?
I don't exactly know because it's a 1.5, so I'm asking.
It rounds
Does
down.
it go rounds down? Okay. It would be 31. 5.
And then a greater hearing is 44 plus 4.
Wait till after we get out of the short rest. You may not need it.
Okay. Alright, taking a short rest here?
Yeah, we're going upstairs, shutting the door behind us and short resting. Yeah. I don't have that much healing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with us doing that. We shut the trapdoor behind us, relock it because we picked it, and we can take a short rest.
Rogue is 1d8, right?
Yes, rogues have the 8.
We're 7th level right now, right?
Yes, we're 7th level.
Okay, my hit dice down. Okay.
I'll go back to you.
And are we going to do anything before we open it and go back in?
I don't think we have an hour for me to pray for my weasel.
Well, you could forego a short rest and do that if you rather than take. Yeah.
I needed the short rest more than a weasel.
During the short rest, I'd like to search the room.
You'd like to what? I'm sorry?
Search the room, see if there's anything interesting in here, or...
Well, there's probably someone who's going to come into that room before you finish your short rest. You're going to stay in... Things are... I was presuming you climbed up the trap door and shut the trap door behind you.
Okay, then.
Right. So when we open the trap door, this thing looks amazingly clean. Looks like someone has cleaned it up. Like all the shattered armor and tattered rugs have been cleaned away.
Animated cleaning series?
Yeah, so we spend a few seconds watching, and we can see that items just sort of are levitated and put in a place. Looks like there are three forces that are tidying up the room as we are watching.
Oh God, it's
Yeah, it's unseen servants. Okay. Unseen servants are cleaning the room.
No, I was thinking it's that fourth or fifth, or you make the house for yourself.
Oh, magnificent mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, these are unseen servants that are cleaning up the room.
Okay. I guess we go down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we going to do once we get down? This unseen servants are still going about their business.
Can I see if there's anything useful in the room yet?
Yeah. So over here, there are some vials of acid and alchemist fire.
I'll take them.
Right. So when you start towards the alchemist fire, and the acids, the unseen servants start throwing them at you. So I guess we'll go into initiative there. Unseen servants roll really well. Okay, so actually, they're not supposed to even go into initiative. They're supposed to go on initiative count 20. I was going to say. Okay, so they fling 3 alchemist fire at, but the best they roll is a 4. And then it is our turn. What are we going to do about these 3 nearly invisible creatures that all they can do is interact with objects and throw acid and alchemist fire at us?
Can I just take the alchemist fire?
There are, yeah, you could grab a couple of alchemist fires, yeah.
So then they don't throw them?
There were a total of 9 on the table. So if you want, so you can grab a couple. And they've already used 3, right? So they used 3. So if everybody grabs a couple of them, then they will be out of ammunition. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just grab the alchemist fire, and then there's nothing for them to do. They go about cleaning the room again. Alright, so we got 2 doors here to choose from.
So how many alchemist fire and acid?
6 alchemist fire. Yeah, there were a total of 9. There's enough for them to go 3 rounds. Each one of them used throwing 1 around. So they threw 1 each, and then there are 6 left.
So we should split it. Each person gets 2.
Sounds reasonable to me.
I'm still gonna wait until I get a good idea of where these guys are. Like they're carrying something or moving something. I'm gonna snipe their asses with firebolts because they're being buttholes.
Yeah, you can
Does
destroy
anyone
them.
have detect magic or?
What?
Yeah, they're just unseen servants. They just have 1 hit point. You can kill them, no problem.
How many acid was there?
There are 9 acids. Yep. There were originally 9 alchemist fires and 9 acids, so they threw 3 alchemist fires.
Okay. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
Okay.
Perception.
Yeah, put my ear up to it and see if I hear anything.
All right, so this looks like a lab. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like it is a lab.
Sounds like a lab.
It looks like a lab, yeah. There are
But we're not
various.
saying he's.
Yeah. So in particular, it is an artificer type lab. He's in the middle of crafting various alchemy experiments and crafting various constructs, and so he is apparently some sort of a master crafter, which explains the animated armor and the rugs of smothering and all the other gadgets that he's got going on here, the acid and the alchemist fire and all that. This is his lab.
He did a perception, not a.
Maybe I looked under the door. I
thought you opened the door. I'm sorry.
No, you said it was locked doors, so I was like listening in whatever perception would give me.
Yeah, so using perception on this door, you don't discern anything with a 12.
Okay, are either of them unlocked?
No, they're both locked.
Okay. We probably would have got the same thing from both. I unlocked the top door, and
yeah, I thought that's what the 23 was. I thought the 23 was you unlocking the door.
No, I was just listening and see if anything was working there, and I go in.
Okay. And Fargrim, what is Fargrim going to do?
Wait, look up for the glyphs, guys.
Say that again, Zen.
Look out for the glyphs.
Oh yeah. Since you're not being rushed, so if you hadn't have been engaged in combat, your 17 would have detected that glyph much earlier than it did. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're rushed, you have a -5 penalty to passive checks, passive investigation and passive perception. That's why you weren't able to get the 13 when they first came in. All right, so we enter here, and there is a wave of almost looks like the shock waves you see in like the Matrix and movies like that. There's a ripple that comes rolling past us, and I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody. Looking for a DC 15 is what we're looking for. Oh, and does anybody have proficiency in Arcana?
I have expertise.
Okay, so everyone has advantage on that then. And you will recognize this as some sort of a curse that we've released by coming in without permission into his lab. All right, so we take you take 27 or 13 necrotic damage. If you succeed, it's a 13. If you fail, it's 27 necrotic damage. And we're going to do anything just right now, like immediately after that occurs. So we enter the lab without permission. This wave of energy washes over us, and Zen we recognize is cursed at the moment. And are we going to do anything just like immediately following, within the seconds following that event?
Can you lay on hands a curse or no?
You need remove curse or greater restoration. It's the only two ways.
Nope, I don't got any of those.
I'm going to walk towards the door and shoo them. Like, I ain't going back in there.
Okay, so then entering the scene is a tiefling. She has bright red eyes and a flourishing tail. She says, "Oh, so you've already wrecked my constructs and you've come to finish the job. I will have you drop the items that you've already stolen from me, and we can negotiate a settlement in return for the valuable items that you destroyed with this wanton and unwarranted invasion of my home."
I roll my eyes.
Damn it. Do I speak any? I try to make peace with her and say, "I'm sorry, we were looking for a dwarf that was taken, and his trail led us to your hatch down to your home here. And when we came down, we were attacked unbeknownst to us. It was your residence. Very sorry, but we were attacked by them, and if we could have knocked or known it was just a person of your standing that lived here, we would have just knocked and damn it, and I'm not even going to continue. Introduced ourselves.
Okay, so that's a very bad persuasion check.
Yeah, I look at him and I'm like, listen, this is what's up. Look, I'm trying to look for somebody, and I don't care who I end up hurting. So I found that he's probably come over here. So if you give him over, I might not end up hurting you. I'm trying to intimidate.
So I have the legal authority to take that dwarf into my possession. He was delivered.
Can I roll my intimidator?
Say again?
Can I roll my intimidator?
I didn't understand that.
Can I roll my intimidate or...
Your Tornator? I don't understand.
Intimidate.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to be able to intimidate her. I'll just tell you that. It's impossible to intimidate her. So there's just, I have every right to this dwarf. He's been declared a traitor to his state and an outcast, and I have purchased the rights to to use him in my crafting from the legitimate authorities within the Onyxbane dwarves. There's no way I'm handling
Not anymore.
Is she full of shit?
No, she seems truthful. Yeah, she seems sincere and adamant. She
I thought he worked for the Hammers.
That's right.
Or is Onyxbane?
Apparently, he betrayed the Hammers and was negotiating some sort of a covert deal with Dimgaard, who are, the generational enemies of the dwarves. It's completely understandable to me why they would declare him an outcast and a traitor and sell him into crafting.
We were sent here to find him by the state.
All right, so you found him. You can return and tell him that the law has been fulfilled, and I've done everything that I said I would do for my part, and everyone should be happy.
We're taking him into custody for evidence.
No, I've got a stone of good luck that is a day away from finishing, and I'm going to need him to power the enchantment.
I don't give a shit about your stone of good luck.
Can we talk to him, or do you have like a purchase order for him or something that I can like copy and show when we get back?
Yes. She produces a writ, and the writ has the official seal of the Hammers of Moradin. The signature at the bottom is what is his name? Is Thoradin, who you don't. Does anyone? Well, you have I guess it would be history. All right. Yeah, I guess history. Although you might have some way. I mean, it's pretty obscure. It's the Cavern Realm dwarves, but the name sounds familiar from just your 2 or 3 days in the dwarven capital. Now, whether the signature is legitimate or not, that's another question. Whether it's forged or not, but she has a writ that gives her permission to take Nardek into custody and do with him as she pleases, with no limitations on it.
Does a 19 tell me what the thing is, if I recall?
Yeah, so Thoradin is second in command among the Hammers of Moradin within the Dwarven Enclave. In Berber. So the second in command among the Hammers of Moradin, she has a writ, claims to have his signature on it, that condemns. And by the way, I think this should have come out earlier, but Nardek is a life cleric. He is which is unusual for Hammers of Moradin. They are usually like forge clerics or war clerics or something like that. And so it's unusual for him to be even in the Hammers of Moradin. He's kind of a hippie sort within that group.
Look, I don't care. Whatever fucking piece of paper you have, we need him. If some duke or some dwarf king says he's yours, we'll bring him fucking back to you, but...
Okay, we appear to be going in the wrong direction here, right? You should be making concessions for the property of mine you have destroyed and got your pocket stuffed.
No, I don't give a shit about your property. I'm here for the dwarf.
Okay, I guess we are going to go into initiative at that point. did she go to? There she is. There she is. Okay. She, by the way, she carries a scimitar and dagger. That's what her weapons are.
Lovely.
Okay. Well, okay, so she goes first. Yeah, so she's going to move up here and attack Zen. Oh, wait, let's see, how many other... Oh, okay, I didn't put those out.
What does being cursed do?
All right, so you're affected by the slow spell while in combat. So you can take a bonus action or an action, but not both. And you cannot take the actions. And I think your speed is halved. Yeah, speed is halved, a -2 penalty to AC, and saving throws. You can't use reactions, and you can use either a bonus action or an action on your turn, but not both. Okay, so she's going to move up and attack Zen.
So can I make wisdom saving throws at the end of my turn? Or no?
No, you have to get the curse lifted.
Okay.
Okay, so I think she's got a 20 to hit Zen.
That one hits.
Okay, for 7 slashing and a wound. Oh.
A wound?
Yeah. So at the beginning of your turn, you'll take bleed damage from that. Oh, I left off.
Do I get any save or anything? Or?
Then on your turn, you make a Constitution saving throw to end the effect. But wait, I've got to do. She has some flying swords running around too that I overlooked. There we go. I got to get them into initiative. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So swords pop up as well. So a couple of swords go as well. So I guess they'll fly over and attack Gaston. Crits Gaston for 13 slashing. And they both crit Gaston for another 7 slashing. And it will be Fargrim's turn.
Well, since I can't really get around Sin, or there's not enough room for me between him and her, I am going to take out a javelin and throw a javelin after a rage.
Okay. And you crit her. All right. Right, so when that happens, flames come lashing out from her, and I need a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. All right, so you take 22 points of fire damage from her hellish rebuke. Anything else from Fargrim?
No.
Third. flying sword fly over and attack Gaston. And that's going to miss, and it will be Zen's turn.
I cast hold person on her.
Okay. Where did I get to? Okay, so she decides to succeed at that. Anything else from? Oh, that's all I get. So Gaston's turn. So you got 3 swords and her flying around there, and she's taken some damage. So what will Gaston do?
What kind of action is it to drink a potion?
Just an action, just a standard action.
I thought.
Might be an object interaction.
No, it's specifically in the DMG. It's an action to consume a potion. Unless there are certain potions, like a potion of fire breathing, it's a bonus action to use once you've consumed it. But drinking a potion is an action.
Okay. I'm going to put it right here so it hits the 3 ball, all the 3 swords, her and me, or I guess over here.
All 3 swords. Okay.
Her, all 5 of us. And then I'm going to upcast the DC to 17.
Okay.
And then I will that so I don't get fucking blown the fuck up that bad.
That's a dex save?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a DC 17 to save.
Yes. 16, 17.
Okay, well, even if they succeed, they will still be. Right, but her. Okay, so she rolls an 18 and has a 24, so she's going to take 17. And that's going to be halved again to an 8. Because she is a tiefling.
Yep.
Anything else from all 3 swords are toast, by the way.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Anything else?
That's it. No, I'm sitting here panting.
She seems annoyed by that you took out her precious construct. So she's going back here. She's going to attack. Oh, I don't know. She's not going to move. She's right. She's fine where she is. I'm going to attack Gaston. She's mad at Gaston.
Thank you.
6 of 12 and a 17. I believe those all miss. It is Fargrim's turn.
I am going to throw another javelin. Actually, I can throw 2. So I have dual wielding.
Alright, so we crit her for 14. And a 14 is going to miss her. And she's going to do another Hellish Rebuke since she's recharged her. So another DC 14 Dexterity save. Yeah, it is half. I can remember something. All right, so you take half damage. So 17 half would be 8 fire damage. Anything else from Fargrim?
Nope.
All right, it is Zin's turn.
A person.
Okay. So she's paralyzed. Yep. She only had one legendary resistance. Anything else from Zin?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Gaston's turn. So she's paralyzed now. And she's bloody.
Okay. Does Green Flameblade have to bounce to a second creature?
No.
No.
Okay. Here.
You have advantage because she's paralyzed.
Yes.
17 hits her, yeah. That's going to be an automatic crit.
Isn't it? Yeah, automatic crit, so roll your damage.
And are you going... That's going to render her to 0 hit points. It's a melee attack, so you can decide if you're going to kill her or render her unconscious. Are you going to kill her or render her unconscious?
I think I would knock her unconscious.
Okay, so she's unconscious.
And that's when he sees in, just stab her, and she dies.
That's what I thought.
Zin's just going to stab her. Yeah, I mean...
I gave her the chance to be scared, but no.
All right, so in this room, we find Nardak. He is tied up, and he is muffled so that he can't use any verbal components. Are you going to reveal the writ that she has to Nardak?
Reveal it to Nardak?
Yeah.
Or
Nardak is the dwarf, the life cleric that's a member of the hammer of the hammers of Moradin, and he does not seem aware that Theoris had a writ that delivered him to her as a
hold on. Before we go in there, I want to cast Virtual Cast Detect Magic because this place is full of shit.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, let's see, did I upload it? On Theoris, there is... I think I uploaded it. Yeah. There is this.
Oh, wow.
I don't want it.
We're going to be able to take a long rest here, it looks like, having rescued Nardik. We've got to get him back to Verber, of course, but there's no immediate threat, and this is clearly a secure location.
Is there no other traps or whatnot around the room?
Nope.
Around the building?
There was the animated objects, the glyph, the curse, and the flying swords, and then of course the Oris herself.
Was there any spell components to the stone she was talking about?
Yeah, she has a nearly completed Stone of Good Luck that she was going to sacrifice Nardik to complete.
I guess he thinks that maybe I shouldn't have killed her and used her to make that. Oh.
I don't know the ritual. Do you know the ritual?
Can't be that hard. She can do it.
Then there are some things that look like they could be components, but are just valuable. Here, I'll put them in chat.
Yeah, I guess we just walk around with the bag of holding and dump shit in it.
Oh, we do have bag of holding.
We do have a bag home. So she's got, a few hundred gold pieces worth of stuff there. Oh, and also in the lab, there are 3 potions of greater healing as well.
Oh. I'm going to take one of them.
So we each got one?
Yeah. That's the intent. Yeah, there's one for PC, so the intent is that everybody gets one.
I take all of them. Ha ha ha.
All right, so Nardak, his story is he is a progressive Hammer of Morden, which is very unusual. Most of the Hammer of Mordens go exactly the other way. They pride themselves on maintaining the most stringent of dwarven traditions. Right? They're the fundamentalist or the of the dwarves, right? And but
Conservatives.
Yeah, but Nardak realizes that it's time for the dwarves to move forward. That the world is changing, and that you cannot maintain yourself as an isolated nation anymore. You have to learn how to cooperate, even with those you have fundamental differences in. And so the Duergar he saw as an opportunity, because they do have a very distant dwarven connection. So he had gone to negotiate with the boss of the Duergars, and he had them, and he was returning to try to get the Hammers of Morden to soften their stance against some sort of a relationship with the Duergar. So the Duergar just want a right of free passage between them, right? And in return, the Duergars have agreed to forego any sort of slave raiding, or state-sponsored theft, or anything like that in the areas controlled by the Onyxbane. But he wasn't able to get back to the Hammers of Morden. And he knew that there was resistance even to the mission, that amongst the Hammers of Morden, there are some who were just opposed to him even making the effort. But he didn't know that it went as high as Thoradin. He didn't know that Thoradin would be one who would oppose, who was so virulent in his opposition that he would sell him into a magic item crafter. That's surprising to him.
Jim smiles as he knows what happened from the start. It's like, yeah, this bit, you went to the Duergar, and they're like, no, that's fucking treason, so let's write a writ, and now they take you, and yeah. Actually, I'll take the hairpin.
Right. So I guess so. Narduk is very depressed. He can't believe that the other Hammers of Moradin would have branded him a traitor just for his efforts to improve the situation amongst the dwarves. Yeah.
Yeah, I look at him like, don't be ashamed. You can always stab in the back later. I'll take the 2 gold.
How far away from the dwarf settlement are we?
8 or 9 hours.
We did take a long rest.
It's been a full day by this time. By the time we've trailed him through the various fields of violent fungi and taken a short rest here.
No, didn't we take a long rest?
No, we took a short upstairs.
I thought we took a long rest in here. Though.
There's no reason we can't take a long rest. I think that's what we're contemplating, is whether or not we're going to take a long rest here. Right? Is that the reason you asked?
Yeah, we can. I can alarm above the trapdoor, lock the trapdoor, then alarm it there, just below it, and then we can still take shifts guarding this room or whatever. Yeah, we can long rest. There's 3 beds.
Okay, that's good. Kids already reset everything.
Is curse? No, curse is a.
So yeah, a long rest will end the curse. By the way.
Thank God. Be right back 1 second.
I guess I want to just, during my shift or whatever, I just want to talk to our rescued guys, like why he thinks he was turned over to be a sacrifice.
So, the world is changing, and change is difficult for those, for many people, and so there's apparently it's just too much for some members of the Hammer of Moradin, that the idea of living peacefully with Drow and Durgar, they just can't get their mind around that. The traditions are too deep, and their memories are too long.
The guy that gave us the mission, he's the main guy in charge of the town, right?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Was he part of the Hammer?
No. So the Hammer is.
He was part of the Thane.
Right. The Thane is the secular government, right? So there is the Thane, and then there is a council of under Thanes, right? So they represent the nobility. The Hammers of Moradin are like a pseudo-religious military organization, right? They are the protectors of the faith of the dwarves. They are enforcers of orthodoxy amongst the dwarves as well. So a good analogy would be like the Jewish community in New York, right, where the Orthodox Jews are a minority than the broad Jewish community, but they are very influential within that community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where are we now? We took a long rest.
Yeah, we took a long rest. Now we gotta go back to town. Unless he wants to hide.
No, he wants to go back and reveal the depth of the schism to the Thane, and maybe work out a strategy for exposing the rigidness of those within the hammer. Like, apparently they were willing to implicate the Duergars in his murder and sell him into magic items crafting with this Steoris, and that needs to be exposed so that the wider dwarven population understands the links that the hammers will go to avoid progress, and hopefully the broader dwarven community will be more receptive, having learned that. The dwarves can move forward, the Onyxbanes can move forward and establish relations with all the populations that have historically been a problem for them. Probably can't get along with my players, but
I think Zen sized himself. You just can't kill one person and fix the problem. I guess I'm gonna have to kill two.
Okay. I guess we go back to town.
Yeah, one thing that you will note as you interact with Nardet is that he is a pacifist, which is almost it's literally a contradiction to be a Hammer of Morden and a pacifist. So he serves his faith through non-violent means.
So I look at him like, fuck that bullshit, man. Be free and shit, but you gotta at least kill someone.
He would like to see the world live in harmony. So he has things that can help him to, like sanctuary or command or things like that, that will hopefully keep things in check without having to resort to violence.
You would be a fucking stone if the world resorted to harmony right now.
He's not saying he's not appreciative. All right, so we're heading back to town.
So you can't fight or anything. Can you heal? I look at him like kind of like in disgust.
He has some healing, yeah. There it is. That'll be a good token for Nardic.
Oh my god, he's huge! He's gonna stomp on us all.
Get his dimensions right here. Okay. So we are navigating our way back, but we know where the violent fungi is now, so we can avoid that.
We got our dog.
Our dog was actually killed by the violet fungi along the way. But he was
I don't remember that.
So, well, yeah, I should have mentioned it, but yeah, he only has 7 hit points, something like that. So
I'm not gonna kill the dog, man. I heal the dog.
Well, he would die to a single attack, is my point.
I mean, does the dog make death saving throws?
No, only significant NPCs and PCs make saving throws. And
I think this dog's significant. I'm gonna name him Fluffy.
Okay, so we are winding our way back through Georgetown. When approaching, there are a set of female drow in armor, and their clothing bears the same iconography as that of the Geheth drow. Remember those from last session? They are now. They've now established an agreement to protect the surface connection, and they have come to investigate, and they want to know what's going on. why is it that the Hammers of Moradin seem to be trying to disrupt the Onyxbanes' legitimate commercial interests? And we are seeking assurances that they are going to honor their agreement. That we've already heard that there's the Hammers are fomenting opinions within the town to break all allegiances with all non-dwarves. That's
I'm working. We're working on it, honey. Baby.
Well, I explained to her that we are neither A, representatives of the dwarves, B, of the Hammers, or none of us are dwarves. He's just an errand boy for us, pointing to the dwarf behind us. And,
Did he point at me?
no, the idiot we just rescued.
Okay.
You're a dwarf too?
Yeah.
Okay, then you are. I do like the double finger, and they're errand boys for us. But we cannot speak for any of their intents. If you wish to, you can accompany us to insert dwarf city name here, and we are
Veerberg, isn't it?
we are to have audience with them when we come to go there. I'm sure you'll be welcome.
Okay, you can make a persuasion check. That one.
Can I make a persuasion check?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we're just kind of riffing off each other, and he's like, I'm getting these ideas. He's like, yeah, that's a great idea. We're that.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. All right. So they're satisfied with that explanation, and they allow you to continue unmolested. So the darkness.
I'll be coming soon.
The darkness of the Cavern Realm is overwhelmed. Well, it can potentially be overwhelming, and is certainly disorienting, especially to those who have not spent their lives underground the way they have. I need a charisma saving throw. Anybody who has the Underdark. Well, okay. So, does anybody have the Underdark as some sort of a favored terrain, like from Circle of the Land Druid or Ranger favorite? And that.
I have common language.
Well, I'm going to get that. So no one has that. So all right. So the individuals who have daylight sensitivity have advantage on this saving throw.
I have the Drow magic thing. Does that count, or?
No. You need to be someone. You need to be someone who is adverse to the daylight, who thoroughly embraces darkness. Is the point?
I'm just saying that I'm half Drow. Like, would that give me it, or?
Not unless you have the sunlight sensitivity part of it.
Because I don't get that.
Okay. All right. So I need a DC 15 charisma saving throw from everybody.
I mean, I'm for Nevlin or whatever that. This is gonna be bad.
All right, so we only had one failure. All right, so Zen is taking on that chin. You take this much psychic damage.
That's not bad.
And the other two will notice fairly easily that that Zen seems to be not his normal self. He seems to be disoriented, maybe occasionally slurring his speech. Like the darkness of the Cavern Realm is taking its effect on it. It's having an effect on him. Okay, so.
Do you guys see bunnies? I think I see a bunny.
I mean, like, last week we just got a lucky rabbit's foot. I'm sure we still got it somewhere. I don't see a bunny.
There's bunny, you don't see it?
I turn around, I'm just like, there's Farger making rabbit ear shadows in the background.
Okay, so we are crossing another one of those caverns. When where did I get that? One per BC. Okay.
I don't know. Before we advance, I'd like to ask the new dwarf and see if he can figure out what is wrong with Zen. In case, since he's a life cleric as well, he may be more apt at medicine than me.
He recognizes it as just a madness effect that can take hold of those who are not inherent, who aren't native to the Cavern Realm, right? So it's just a nature of being in this twisting tunnel, perpetual darkness and eeriness that can kind of drive you just a little bit nutty at times. Yeah.
Parrots are scary. I mean, rabbits are scary. Have you ever seen rabbits?
Yeah, I saw that one movie about the humans that they have these strange plants that they clap together and they jump, and the humans were very strange, and the vision I saw at the Wizards Academy, they went on some kind of quest for some kind of holy cup or some other, I don't know. Something about python snakes.
We're going to go into initiative right here. I spelled that right. That's all right.
We're still on this old map.
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Should be like so.
Oh. Okay, I'll just reroll on that changes again.
Yeah. Okay, so Gargoyle drops off the ceiling and attacks Zen there.
Flying buddies!
Oh, bugger. Could I have did the familiar spell last night? Or can you not do that during long
Yeah,
rest?
you could have done that. Yeah. Yeah, you can have your weasel back. All right, so you're going to drop down, attack, and then fly back up so that he is 30 feet in the air. And he's not provoked when he leaves range. Zen, what is your passive perception?
Okay, passive is, does it have my proficiency bonus?
Be 10 plus whatever your perception modifier is, unless you have something like observant or alert or something like that.
I think it's a 9.
Okay, so you were surprised.
-1.
Yeah, so you were surprised, but you are no longer surprised. Nardet is not surprised. He's going to move over here and dodge.
Can you reorder turn order? My 10 got wiped or something.
You didn't click on your token.
I guess.
Okay. Why is Zen in there twice? Why is Gaston in there twice? Gaston, are you a 10 or an 11?
A 10, or it should be 10.
All right, so
I only see.
Yeah, it's for me. I'm the only one in there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
couldn't.
he deleted us.
I didn't see the 10 and 0.
okay,
It
I've got.
removed us off the map whenever you changed it, but you still
Okay.
must have it on.
How about now? Can you see now?
Oh, it's just that movie roll.
No.
Wait, no,
Don't
don't.
keep rolling initiative. I have the initiative. Don't keep rolling.
You
Every time you roll, you're putting
put
yourself
it
in there.
somewhere.
Yeah, they rolled it on this page because they had their tokens from this page select.
Oh, okay.
Well, we rolled it on this page, and then we rolled it on the other page, and you're showing both of them, and we're only showing one of ours.
Okay. We're good. All right. So Narda moves back and dodges.
I don't see me on there.
Okay, I got it. I have it tracking. Right, you got it. I got Gaston at 10, Fargrim at 9, and Zen at 12. We're good to go. All right. So. Right, so this one's going to come down and attack Fargrim. We got a 19 and a 16 to hit Fargrim.
19 hits.
Okay, for 3 piercing. And it'll fly back up to be 30 feet in the air. Gaston's turn.
The one that just attacked, I'll shoot him.
Okay. 7 points of fire damage. Takes it off.
And then...
Correct? Yeah, so Gaston, what is your passive perception first, by the way?
17.
Okay, yeah, so you're good.
Okay. I'll hit him with a spiritual weapon. I'll put it 5 feet under.
Okay. That's it. 10 will miss. Anything else from Gaston? Fargrim's turn. Fargrim, what is your passive perception?
15.
Okay, so yeah, you're good to go. You are not surprised.
Okay. Guess I'm going to rage and then pull out both javelins and then throw them at this one.
Okay, and they're not magical, right?
Nope.
Okay, looks like each one of them does about half damage. Coming down, attacking Zen, and flying back up. But I believe a 10 and a 7 both miss.
Mm-hmm.
Right, back to the top. Guess he will do the same thing again. I got a 23 to hit Zen.
23, I'll do shield.
Okay. And it is Zen's turn. Zen, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
A wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty good there. I'm sorry, it should have been a charisma saving throw, but that's still going to fail. It's got to be a 15, or you waste your turn doing nothing.
Okay then.
And it will be Nardak will continue dodging. Oh no, he's not going to continue. Does Lesser Restoration require a touch or is it range?
I think it's touch.
Touch.
Okay. So he is going to move towards Zen and dodge. Well then. This one's going to fly down and attack Gaston. $20 to hit Gaston and $16 to hit Gaston.
Okay. I take the 20.
Okay, and it will be Gaston's turn.
Does he go back up?
Yeah, flies down, attacks, flies back up.
Okay. Hammer. I'll hit him again.
Which one are you hitting with the hammer?
This one.
Okay.
And fuck it. He can eat one of those DC 15 and save, or he has disadvantage.
Frostbite. Okay. Constitution
How
save.
hard it for me.
Okay, so he succeeds.
Nothing happens.
How high are they up?
30 feet.
30.
Yeah. The roof is just right at 30 feet, so they are hugging the roof. They were actually clinging to the roof when it began. Fargrim's turn.
Guess I'm gonna pull out another 2 javelins. I have 1 left now. And fire at the same one I attacked before.
Yeah, 15 is exactly what you need to hit these guys. So that's going to be... He is still up. Anything else from Fargrim?
Nope.
Okay. I guess he will fly over and attack Fargrim and fly back up. $19 to hit Fargrim and a 12 to hit Fargrim.
19.
Okay. This one will do the same thing. A 21 to hit Fargrim and an 18 to hit Fargrim. Then I need a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
Yay. Nope.
Okay.
Buddies! Buddies! Boy, buddies!
So Nardak moves over and touches you, and that will suppress the madness for, I think it's a minute or 2 minutes or something like that, long enough to get through the combat. Then he's going to move on over here. Gargoyle's turn. I guess they are going to focus on Fargrim. 18 to hit Fargrim and a 20 to hit Fargrim.
Yeah.
And it'll be Gaston's turn.
Okay. Hit the same one that I've been waylaying on. And then if he had crashed, I'll shoot him.
Okay, so the 24 hits him, and he actually just sort of evaporates into sort of a dusty cloud at that point. There's no, you would expect there to be like some sort of remains, like a shattered statue type thing as a gargoyle, but nope, he just completely evaporates into a cloud of dust.
Okay.
Fargrim's turn.
The Did the one that I've been hitting drop all the javelins?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to him. Pick up one, pull out my last one, and then fire at this one.
Okay. 22 hits. Okay. Well, he's going to fly over, try to hit Gaston. So he's got a crit Gaston for 10, and then a 15, I believe, misses Gaston.
Yep.
Going to do the same thing. He's going to crit Gaston for 13, and then a 20 for 6.
Okay.
And then it will be Zen's turn.
Okay, probably not gonna do that. I have a question. Right now, they're 25 feet away from me, horizontally. But vertically, they're 30 feet, so he'd be like 35?
Yeah, 35 or 40, right. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna move here. And then I will compel duel him.
He's got a 15.
He needs his head.
Yeah.
From there. Lightning really wouldn't work on him since he's like 13 feet in the air, right?
Actually, I'm sorry. I misclicked. That's supposed to be a 13 and not a 15. I had a 2 instead of a 0. Okay.
Can I just use my rest of my action to hold my action and attack him if he comes down to attack me?
Yeah, it's an action to ready an action. Okay.
Okay. I'll do that.
Nardak will move over here. And
Kill the flying bunnies!
it'll be Gaston's turn.
Move the hammer over. Hit him. And then probably just wait. That's
Yeah, that's going to end his compelled duel if you hit him, just so you know.
oh. Then I'll smack him.
Okay. Fargrim's turn.
I'm gonna pick up another 2 javelins from the ground and the one.
The 19 hits. Alright, so this is going to trigger your ready to action.
And then I'm gonna boom and bleed him. Boom and bleed. Here it is. 15 hits.
Yep, 15 is what you need to hit.
And he is still moving back.
And he's going to attack. All right, so he crits you for 9. And then a 23 for 7.
And he moves back up.
And then there will be a couple of saving throws associated with that.
Okay, but if he moves back up, then he takes 15 damage.
We're going to take them in the order they go. I need a couple of concentration checks on the compel duel.
Okay. Concentration. Oh, that's just
DC 10. DC 10
Constitution.
Constitution save.
Okay, I have advantage because I have Warcaster.
Okay. He'll take 15 damage. Also, when his claw hits, it grapples you. And so he's going to fly up 15 feet, and you'll be 10 feet off in the air with him.
Oh, fun.
Well, right, this one will fly over and attack Zen.
I don't get a fight against the grapple, or
No, the claw automatically grapples when it hits. You can escape on your turn with it.
okay.
So we got a 22 for 5 against Zen.
Okay, I'll take that.
And it's Zen's turn.
I'm just gonna. If I'm grappled, I have disadvantage. Right now, do I?
Nope. I will
That
just-
means I just.
Yeah, you just have a speed of 0 and they
I
can
just gotta
drag.
booming blade him.
18 will hit, yeah. Okay.
And tell me if he moves and he'll take extra damage.
He's bloody.
The flying buddy's trying to take me away! Ah!
Okay. Anything else from Zen?
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. Nardit will continue to dodge. Gaston's turn.
Okay. God, what did I do? Move the hammer over there and then shoot the one to my left.
Okay. 24 hits.
That's all I got.
Did I miss a spiritual weapon attack?
No, I only have 20-foot movement with it. He ran too far.
Okay. All right, I got you. Bargrim's turn.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna throw my last javelin at this.
Okay. Anything else from Bargrim?
That's all. No.
Okay, so 15 misses then, I believe, but then a 23 for 5 slashing.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't move. He's going to keep you there 15 feet in the air. This one will fly over and attack. 8 and a 19, I believe both of those miss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zen's turn.
Die, you stupid blood buddies!
10's going to miss. Yeah.
Um,
Gaston's turn.
I know what I should have done. Oops.
I'm going to shoot the one holding Zen.
11 will miss.
Hey, watch out! You can hit me!
And then I'll thwack him.
Okay. Okay. He's still hanging in there, though. Alright, so we got a couple of attacks. He's going to miss, and he's going to go ahead and drag Zen all the way to the roof there. So we're 30 feet in the air. And then this one will fly up and attack Zen as well. 17 and 5 both miss Zen. Zen's turn.
No, 5 feet apart. Gotta do it with that. Okay. Guess I'll just, I could do that. What happens if you web a flying creature?
Commander. They end up in the webs, yeah.
Can I web us to the ceiling?
You need 2 points to anchor a web to. So you can, like, the roof here, and I don't know how wide it goes. I don't know if you can get to the wall or not.
It's 20 feet.
Yeah, so there's no second. Well, no, yeah, you could get to that wall right there. Yeah, you could.
No, look. Let me do this spell thing. A 20-foot cube.
Is that what Zen's going to do?
Oh, can I do that or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can
Okay,
stretch it from the ceiling.
That sounds kind of actually cool. It's like, oh no, now we're both stuck up here, you motherfucker. I actually do want to be stuck up here, so I'm letting it happen.
Okay.
Do I have the chance to just to fail a save, or?
Yeah, you can fail a save if you want to.
Okay. They have to make.
Okay.
Oh,
this one's just stuck in the web. The one who's holding you is stuck in the webs, but the other one is not. Anything else from Zen?
That's all.
Gaston's turn.
Which one is not stuck in the web?
This one.
Is he in the web?
Let me see.
Because if I shoot into the web, never mind. It doesn't matter. Hammer will hit this one on the left, and then I will frostbite the one holding Zim.
Okay.
I forgot. I have something on fire.
All right, so he's subjected to frostbite.
Ice, baby.
Anything else from
Nope.
Fargrim's turn?
Okay, I'm gonna move over here and ready my action if one comes in range to hit them.
Okay. So this one is restrained. It's going to attack it with disadvantage against Zen, who's also restrained. So it'll just be
So we will attack this.
okay, so 7 and 9 will both miss. This one will fly over here to get out of the webs and attack Zen. We got a 22 and a 15.
I will shield.
You'll shield? Okay. And it is Zen's turn.
Kill the buddy! Dimgaard, I guess. Never mind. Whatever.
Gaston's turn.
I'll come over here so I'm not shooting the web. I'll shoot the one that's not holding him. And then the hammer will hit the one holding him.
The hammer would have advantage against him because he's restrained. But the 20 still hits, but you could crit. I don't think it matters because the 10's going to kill him anyway. All right, so he disappears into a cloud of dust, and you'll recognize that as indicative that they are summoned earth elementals. They are not made to this.
No, I have all this dust over me.
Gaston's turn.
Fargrim.
I'm sorry, Fargrim's. Yeah, we just had Gaston.
Didn't I just ready my action? Well, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, you do it again. Right. 17 misses, 23 to hit Zen.
At 6 damage, I'll just take it.
And it is Zen's turn.
So, let me read the spell to make sure I can do it. Okay, I'm going to cast, since I'm in the upper air down with him, I'm going to cast Lightning Ward.
Okay. What is their strength?
Can I cast spells for restrained? How is that?
Yeah, you can cast spells while restrained. Yeah. I can't see what he made on his ability. I've got a black bar lingering there.
8.2.
Okay, so he takes 10. He's still hanging on.
Do I pull him into a web or?
Yeah, he has to start his turn there, though.
Okay.
Gaston's turn. I don't think he's going to make it around to the beginning of his turn, though. I think he's going to.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's going to take him out. So he disappears into a cloud of dust, and Zen can gracefully make his way down.
That was really good, boy. Guys, I'm kind of stuck. Can we go catch me?
I ain't catching you.
I can.
Yay. Dwarf. The other dwarf, he could go down there too.
Okay, so as the final elemental evaporates into a dust cloud, things begin to slow down so that you can catch your breath, and without the stress of combat, you hear a subtle hiss that seems to permeate the entire chamber. And now there's a slight smell that seems to be localized in certain areas. And I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. This is poison. So if you have resistance to poison or something like that.
I will heal myself.
Anybody with a passive perception of 15 or better has advantage on the saving throw as well. Check. 14 or 7 is the...
Okay.
And Nardad is like, this is foul magic indeed. First they summon vicious, evil elementals, and then they trigger these poison bombs. I fear for the fate of the hammers if they are behind this.
How do we know that they did this?
We don't know for sure, but that's what he's saying. He's saying if they're the ones who are behind it, it is a dark day for the Onyxbane dwarves.
Why would they have these random traps about? That doesn't make any sense.
But no, these are clearly not random. These were summoned creatures, and they were timed bombs. Right? Poison.
How would someone know that we're here?
That's an interesting question. I'm not protected by any sort of divination permit from divination magic, so someone could use some sort of divination to determine where I was coming. Yeah. Are we going to take a short rest, or are we going to continue on? This is kind of
a short rest.
I think we can take a short rest. We've survived the elementals and the bombs.
I'm done with being Spider-Man.
That was horrible.
Ooh.
Crit fail on hit dice. Are we ready?
I guess that's not a bad one to stay at. I guess so.
Yeah, I guess we're ready.
I have no more hit dice.
All right, so no sooner than we start moving, when coming out of this chamber are 3 dwarves, and they have the click, and you can tell by Nordic's reaction, but in addition, they have the clear iconography that identifies them as members of the Hammers of Moradin. And they say, yes, we are here to take possession of the traitor Nordic. We operate under the authority of Thoradin, and we don't even want to see the good dwarven folks of Verber exposed to his deceptions and falsehoods about the trustworthiness of Durgers and Drow.
How about you walk away and you won't die?
No, hold on, friend. I mean, they say they work for the same guy we do, and he said we're supposed to bring this guy to him. So
they don't work for the same guy you do.
It's a different guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so they work for the second guy.
Yeah. You've got 2 different things. You've got the secular government with the Thane. He's the one who asked you to rescue Nordic in the hopes of improving the opinions of Durgar. And then you've got, completely separate from the Thane and the civil authorities, you have the Hammers of Moradin. And they're like a religious holy order that are.
I thought the Thane sent them to.
No, him. These guys are members of the Hammers of Moradin.
Yeah,
and they do not want to see Nordic back in the amongst the dwarves. They think his influence is corruptive and decadent. And
I'm basically telling him to piss off or he's going to die. Is he going to be scared or?
that he can't. He doesn't believe you. It is absurd to think that anyone who is trying to engage the dwarves in an alliance would attack members of the Hammers of Moradin.
Well, you're not getting him, so unless you're going to attack us, you're just going to watch us move by.
No, we're authorized to take him by force if we have to.
Then you do know that I will kill you, so don't be.
Okay, so
And you should be afraid of that.
actually that would serve our cause just as well. If you demonstrated to the Thane and the other dwarves that you were just a murderous outsider who would just assassinate us while we were doing our duty, yeah, we're willing to die in that cause.
No, it shows that you're stupid. And you're dying for a stupid cause. What's going to happen is going to happen no matter what.
All right, so I guess we're going. So you're not going to turn over Nardak, and you?
I'm trying to intimidate him, but it doesn't work.
No, yeah, they are fanatics to the core. All right, so I guess we will go into initiative then.
Hey, it's the boss guy. He's back.
One more person to kill.
Is the little guy different than the other two?
Yeah, the little guy has a dagger, doesn't wear the heavy armor that the other two do.
What the fuck?
Okay, so I guess he will go first. Yeah, he'll move over here, and let's have a DC. Let's have a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw against hold person.
Against?
By Zen. He's targeting Zen. So Zen is paralyzed, and it will be Gaston's turn.
Okay. I guess if he wants to dodge first, he can dodge.
Yeah, he's going to delay to the bottom, see what happens.
Okay. Well, let's see. Fuck it. I'm gonna drop a bomb on him and upcharge the DC to 17.
Okay.
That damage though, 5 1s.
I was looking, I'm like, that's kind of low for a firewall.
Can I not upcharge that? The flows won't net you up.
Okay, so he takes.
Well, actually, I would have to use that before. So yeah, I can't backtrack it.
Well, 2 of them failed. Anything else from Gaston?
move and wait for the con save, but that's about it.
Okay. Fargrim's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up, bonus action rage, and attack the guy in front of me twice.
Okay, the 15, the 21 hit. Okay. Zen's turn. So at the end of Zen's turn, you can try that wisdom save again.
Did the guy need to make a con save because I blew him up?
Oh, you did what? I'm sorry?
I hit him with the fireball. Concentration.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, so actually, Zen, you are not paralyzed. My mistake.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, brother. Let me see what I got here. I can do it again. Doesn't seem bad. Or I could do that. That's better. Restrain all of them. I could do that. No, I've never done this before. I'm gonna hypnotic pattern them.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and counterspell that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to run up to there, try to hit Zen. 17, I believe, misses Zen.
He misses.
Guess he will try to hit Fargrim. 10 will miss Fargrim. All right, it's just going to dodge. He will move over here. Where is he going? He will cast. Okay. He's going to command Zen to flee. I need a DC 12 Wisdom save from Zen.
Wisdom?
Yeah. And you succeed. Yeah. Gaston's turn.
Little guy.
Okay. He's bloodied, by the way. Anything else from Gaston?
That's it.
Fargrim's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna continue hitting this guy.
All those hit. It's 14. 4. He's bloody now. Zen's turn.
He looks at this dwarf and he's like, I want to remember I gave you the chance. And then he That's the thing. Is that hit?
14 hits him, yes.
14 damage.
Okay. He's bloodied now. They're all bloodied now. Anything else from Zen? Okay, so he's going to try to hit Zen. He's going to miss. He's going to move over and try to hit Fargrim. That's going to miss. He's going to try another command on Zen to flee. So let's have a DC 12 Wisdom save from Zen again.
Oh, so I did flee.
It is Gaston's turn.
Do I flee right now? Or
No, on your turn.
on my next turn?
Yep.
What is... Okay, to the one to the northeast or whatever. Non-lethal.
Okay.
Good damage. And I just sit there and look at him.
Fargrim's turn.
Keep attacking this one.
Okay.
That was max damage too.
Okay, so that's going to be 12, 19. He goes down on the second hit.
Oh, and on my turn I yell, "Don't kill them."
Oh. Well, that guy's dead. Raging Barbarian's gonna murder them.
Okay.
Last one's going here.
Okay, so that's going to hit as well. Zen's got to take off running.
The opposite direction, right?
Yeah. So that's going to be a 19 to hit you as you take off.
That misses.
Okay.
I'll just throw myself up there.
Right, so he's going to turn around and try to hit Fargrim. A 24 to hit Fargrim.
That hits.
Fargrim needs a DC 16 Constitution save or be stunned until the end of his next turn. Okay.
Indeed.
Nardich moves over, casts Spare the Dying on this guy.
Oh no.
He will try to paralyze Fargrim. Fargrim needs a DC 12 against a whole person. Fargrim. Fargrim needs a DC 12 Wisdom save. Okay. Gaston's turn.
Okay, I'll try the same thing. Non-lethal.
Okay. A 12 will not hit them. Now it's 13.
And then I will walk right up to this guy's forehead.
Okay. Well, he'll take the attack of opportunity.
He just swung at, what's his face?
Yeah, he attacked me.
Yeah, and then his reaction recharges on his turn. His turn was right after Zen, so he got his reaction back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have. If you want to take back your movement, you can. In light of that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll move. I'll be next to this guy.
Armor class 21 to hit.
Hello,
Yes.
Commander.
Ouch. All shield.
Okay. And it will be Fargrim's turn. Oh wait, you moved up to that guy. Did you do? Oh, you cast Green Flame Lane and then you moved. I got you. Fargrim's turn.
Yeah, I cast on them, and then I moved to this guy.
I'm gonna attack this guy. Who hit me?
Okay, on the third hit, he goes down. Zin's turn.
Oh, crap. Can I do anything from there? 43, I don't think so, so I'm just gonna... I could do a bunch of weird ass shit, but probably not.
What is Zin doing?
I'm just moving again. My turn.
Okay. Then Nardes casts Spare the Dying on this guy to stabilize him. Oh, shoot. Does he have anything cool that will affect multiple? He does. I mean, all of his stuff is single target spells. Let's see. He's out of second level. So, yeah, I guess he's got one first level left. So he's going to command Zin to flee again. So another DC 12 wisdom save.
He really doesn't like me. I think I'm the most wisdom out of us. Anyways. I guess not. No, he's not a cleric. He's a wizard. 13.
And Gaston's turn. So yeah, so that's a success. It was a DC 12.
Mm-hmm.
Was it this campaign that was fists or light weapons?
No.
I guess it was my Saturday. Yeah. Okay. That was my Saturday. I will.
It's Gaston's turn.
Yeah.
Ours probably like, what, 6 pounds?
Okay, I missed.
Actually, yeah, you did miss, yeah. Fargrim's turn.
Okay. Over here. And start attacking.
I should have just prepared the dying.
Okay, so on the first hit, he goes down. What is Fargrim going to do at that point?
At that point, I would stop.
Okay. Nardis is going to come over and try to keep them alive unless someone does something specifically to support that.
I let that one stay alive, but I kill the other two.
Okay.
As he goes over to try and kill the other two, I make him laugh like a little girl.
All right. So Nardis is going to warn you that that's going to be. I mean, regardless of all of the circumstances, that murdering the two unconscious members of the Hammer of Morden is going to be have a very negative effect on negotiations with the Onyxbanes.
Those assholes are gonna be an asshole no matter what, if I kill them or not. So they're dying. This is what happens when you fight against me. Understand?
DC 15
Okay.
wisdom save.
All right.
Wait, what did you do?
You're laughing like a little girl.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, no. I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to complete. I mean, you've got hours. He's going to be able to sneak around and kill them if he wants to. I mean, there's just no way to.
Oh, I'm going to tie his ass up.
No, we're not going to. We're not. Yeah. We're not going to start going PvP.
Oh, I'm just going to tie him up and he can lead the party.
Okay, so the Thane rewards you for getting Nardic back alive. There is no reward from the Hammers of Morden. Right, so there's the reward from the Thane. Also, the dwarves have a very elaborate armory or forge set up, right? Blacksmithing operation. So they could reward you with a set of armor or silvered weapons or things like that if you are inclined. Like, is anyone going to be wearing full plate?
That would be nice.
Oh no, there's no way Zen would be able to do that after murdering two members of the Morden. But Fargrim or Gaston would be able to use their renown for a mundane armor upgrade. Oh, I'm sorry, and I also forgot. So amongst the animated armors back there, there is enough adamantine to fashion a suit of medium armor if anybody wants to wear. And the dwarves have the skills to create it.
I don't wear armor, so.
What about Fargrim?
No, that was me. I don't wear armor.
Oh, what about Gaston? I'm sorry. Yeah.
You said with the animated armor there was enough mithril to make mithril armor?
No, adamantine. Right? You don't know if you remember right, but they were immune to crits. That's because
That's
because they were crafted with elements of adamantine in them, and there is enough within their scraps to fashion a suit of armor for Gaston. Does Gaston wear armor?
Yeah, I have breastplate.
Yeah, so that could be adamantine breastplate if you wanted. There's no reason not to take adamantine breastplate. Doesn't require attunement.
Could they upgrade the breastplate to half plate, or what's the armor? It goes breastplate then half plate, right?
Yes, as far as medium armor goes, half plate is the best armor protection in medium armor. Yeah. Could they do that? Yeah, they could do that for returning Nardic.
Stealth.
Yeah, the negative of half plate is there's disadvantages on stealth checks. All right, so we need some XP. Don't forget about the alchemist fire and the acid. Those can be converted into like 400 gold pieces worth of treasure if you don't want to use them as alchemist fire and acid. It's all right. 12 times 50, 300 gold pieces worth. Yeah. Get the XP right now. Here is the XP, which, if my math is right, should come out to 12,000. Which should be enough to get us to 8th level.
I get it.
And then there's the headband of intellect. Is anyone going to use the headband of intellect?
I don't. I'm not going to. But the other. We have.
Kind of intellect?
Yeah, we got that weird headband off the source. The artificer. We can either let a paladin use that. No.
This guy right here. I mean, if nothing else, if you have an 8 intelligence, it's going to give you a net +5 to your intelligence saving throws if those ever come out. And you get to cast Hellish Rebuke once a day. Does everybody have dark vision already? I don't know.
I think we do.
Okay, anything else before we move into the retrospective that we want to go over? Right, so so first of all, I want to make sure that everyone understands what's going on in the door. So you have this this group of fundamentalist, orthodox, traditionalists in the Hammers of Moradin, right? And they do not want to see the dwarven community establish these alliances and commercial relationships with the Drow and the Duergar and the Tieflings, and right. So they are holding back the advancement of dwarven culture, but that's just the inevitable, right? Just culture is going to progress, and so that's the source of the conflict here, right? And even within the Hammers of Moradin, you now have some people like Nardek who are like, it's time for us to advance, time for us to give up the horse and buggy and actually buy some cars, right? There's all sorts of analogies like that throughout history where you have religious fervor as opposed to the advancement of culture. And so that's what's going on. Did everyone get that out of the story? Did that come through the way it was supposed to? Okay. Right. Because that is going to be is expected to be the source of the challenge for a while. That is what has to be overcome to get the dwarves to support the rebellion, right? You got to appease those elements within dwarven culture that are resistant to going up above ground and helping the humans. All right, so there was something that I realized. So there. The drow are out of place here, right? I needed another encounter to get the XP right, and I had the drow in the previous session. But well, I'll put them in there and see what happens. They don't have a really good reason to be there. They don't have a really good. So I think that needs to be tieflings for a couple of reasons. The tieflings that the artificer that we killed is a tiefling, and it would make more sense that tieflings would be coming to enlist her services and see how she's doing than drow. And it would also introduce the tiefling community, which are expected to be a complication coming up.
They could also be like the spider drow. What the fuck are they called?
Driders?
Yeah, they could be driders instead of drow.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they could be just monstrosity drow.
But they could be like a different community than other female drow. Unless you had something with the tiefling.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Have like drow, a rival drow enclave that is trying to incriminate the Geheth. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Well, maybe not rival drow, but Driders.
Right.
It's like maybe they splinter it apart where it's not for drow and Driders instead of both of them.
Right. So you could have a corollary amongst the drow who don't want to see the drow establish relations with the dwarves either, and then they're trying to sabotage that relationship by attacking. Yeah, I like that. I have to work on that. But I do like that idea.
That might be a little too confusing to people, but
Yeah.
like normally the tieflings kind of outplace.
Yeah, I guess there's clearly a lot better choices than the Geheth Drow that I made. Yeah, that was the last encounter I put in there. I didn't know what I was going to put in there, and so I will certainly change that to make it a better encounter as far as the story goes. So does anybody have any other?
It's just I was certainly.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just certainly wouldn't have attacked the drow, really. Or those drow, since we were already friends with them, it seemed easy.
Yeah.
Like, why are you attacking us? We already made a deal here.
Yeah, like I say, there were from a storytelling and role playing standpoint, that was just not a good encounter. Yeah, that one has to be revised heavily.
I'm glad we didn't have to go.
I don't know how Zen is going to rehab murdering the hammers of Moradin. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Just being a wanton murderer just is not good for your diplomatic relations.
I mean, it's not murdering. Like, if they come and attack us, then that's their own fucking fault.
It's 100% murdering. Yes. Yeah, you don't. Yes, it's 100% murdering. You have the right to defend yourself, but you do not have the right to kill someone who's not a threat. That is 100% murder. There's just no way. There's no gray area there. It's like, I'm an evil motherfucker. I'm going to kill these bastards.
Zen doesn't think so, but
neither did Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler thought he was doing the right thing. So did Kublai Khan and Joseph Stalin. Mass murderers.
You didn't give them the option to run away. They didn't. You wouldn't let me intimidate him. So. Yeah.
Mass. No, they were happy to sacrifice themselves to drive a wedge between the dwarves and the drow. Absolutely. They were.
I still think you should allow, intimidate, at least somewhere in there, because I'm trying, and this feels, you basically make the skill useless.
I mean, there are people that can be intimidated, yeah, but not religious fanatics, right? Do you think there's any way you could have intimidated those Muslims? Think there was any way you could have intimidated those 19 Muslims into not flying those planes into the buildings? Think if you would have.
I think it's possible.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be
at least the artificer I should have.
Say again.
At least the artificer I should have.
Well, the artificer just had an inflated ego, right? She just thought you were being silly. Yeah. She thought she was more powerful than she really was. She was in her lair. Right, she knew that you had already suffered from her traps, and she was just wrong. She just thought that she was much more powerful than she was.
Can you throw me another character sheet, please?
Another character sheet?
I got a new thing. I got a dog now, kind of.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the default name there for you.
I gotta hop out.
Yeah, I've got to go too.
Dinner yet.
Unless someone has any observations or questions, I think that's where we will wrap it up until next Thursday. All right. Good job, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see y'all next Thursday. Have a good week.
Too.